Your energy body, healing with the 7 chakras. The human body has an energetic body, and there are various layers to the subtle energetic body. This energy body is invisible to the naked eye for most people. However, some people have a special gift and they could actually see it. In our subtle energy body, there are centers called chakras. You may have heard of this term in your yoga classes. Chakras are centers of spiritual energy or consciousness. The word chakra means wheel. These are energetic centers or concentrated circles of energies that spin like wheels, radiating rays of light. Kundalini activates these centers. These energy centers can provide spiritual, emotional, and physical healing. Our first chakra is the Muladhara, which is located at the base of the spine. The second chakra is called the Svadhisthana chakra, and it's located as the sacral region. The third chakra is called Manipura, and this is located around the navel. The fourth chakra is the Anahata chakra. The Anahata chakra is located at the heart. The fifth chakra is called the Vishuddha chakra, and it's located at the throat or neck. The sixth chakra is located between the eyebrows, and it's called the Ajna chakra. It's also called the third eye. The seventh chakra is the Sahasrara chakra, and it's located at the top of the head, and is also known as the 1,000-petaled lotus. These chakras can be balanced through external physical practices like gemstones, herbs, diet, exercises, sound currents, and vibrations. Each chakra represents a different quality or function, such as survival, creativity, sexuality, or intuition. The chakras have positive functions, and they also have a shadow nature. There's a polarity to them. When they're functioning in harmony, we feel joy. When they're not, we may have some imbalance. And as we raise our consciousness, our optimism, our positivity, our joy, these centers raise our collective energy upwards. So let's get into this. The first chakra, Muladhara. Muladhara means root support. The first chakra or root chakra is located again at the base of the spine, and it represents security, survival, habit, self-acceptance, groundedness. It's connected to the organs of elimination, which is connected to the Vata dosha. Remember that Vata is what governs our elimination, the movement of waste products out. When Vata doshas are out of balance, it can almost always cause a disturbance in the process of elimination and the root chakra. And vice versa. If there's an imbalance in the root chakra, we will see a disturbance in the process of elimination. The color of this chakra is red, and it's governed by the element earth. This is what causes that grounding, security, stable nature. When this chakra is functioning normally and integrated with the other chakras, the root chakra gives us a feeling of groundedness, security, loyalty, stability, and we have healthy elimination. We are able to trust ourselves, our intuition, and our gut feelings. The animal associated with the root chakra is the elephant. Elephants are strong, grounded, they're extremely loyal, they're intuitive, and they're very majestic creatures. The sense organ associated with this chakra is the sense of smell. Haven't you heard people say, "I smell danger"? Smell is linked to survival. Smell is also connected to sexuality, bonding, and our pheromones. In sexual relationships, we can feel more intimately connected to someone through their biological chemistry, just through their smell. It's kind of like instantaneous. Pheromones are hormones released by the body, and they can indicate our health, our diet, our emotional and our psychological patterns. All this happens at a biochemical level, and our smell can help us to intuitively understand the functionings of somebody at all of these deep layers. Animals like dogs are extremely intuitive, and they have a great sense of smell. They can sense danger even if it's a mile away. Or they could even sense a meal if it's coming before it becomes visible. In my early years as an Ayurveda student, I learned that I was sensitive to smell, especially when it came to indicating diseases and imbalance. A few of my friends, we used to get together and meet spontaneously to play board games. And in this circle of friends, there was a particular man who I could not physically touch or even be in close proximity to him. I always had to sit furthest away from him because he emitted a putrid odor. At least that's what I smelled. My other friends didn't seem to notice it, but I could smell it. And I thought to myself, something here isn't right. When we saw each other several months later, he had lost so much weight. He had lost a significant amount of weight. I want to say it was about 50 pounds. And guess what? That smell was gone. I asked him a few questions, and he later confided in me that he had been dealing with a serious physical illness, and he recently included more vegetarian foods into his life and became a pescatarian. He let go of red meat, pork, and that process of letting go detoxed his body, and his smell shifted. It was less toxic. Smell is a powerful indicator of our emotional, physical, and spiritual being, our nature, our current condition. Smell is crucial for survival, and this is how it relates to the root chakra. And the root chakra, again, is survival and groundedness. There is a shadow side to the root chakra, as with all the chakras, and it's the opposite of feeling balanced, feeling a balanced first chakra. So instead of feeling safe and stable, one will feel constant fear and anxiety. There will be over-attachment to material things, which can cause the ego to falsely identify with the physical world. You're going to feel like the material things are you, and in fact, you are spirit. You're going to connect to the physical world more than you connect with spirit. There's a decreased ability to focus and concentrate because one is not grounded or rooted. It can feel like they're floating in the air somewhere. They feel like they do not belong anywhere. You can see a lot of vata imbalances like insomnia, constipation, disturbed elimination, a weak constitution, weak immunity, and you can observe this when the chakra is not functioning properly. Practicing complete inhales and exhales is important for this chakra. It's very important, especially when you are feeling fearful or anxious. The Vayu, or the Vata, or the Prana, the Apana Vayu, or the outward flowing breath, is the Prana life force governing the center. To bring this chakra back into balance, practice inhaling and exhaling completely. The second chakra is the Svadhisthana chakra. Svadhisthana means one's own base. The second chakra is about 1.5 inches above the first, in the area of the reproductive organs and glands. This chakra represents creativity and sexuality. The color of this chakra is orange, and it's associated with the element water. Think about the nature of water. Water element moves and it flows freely. Water seeks the point of least resistance. It does not have a form unless you put it in a container and it takes that form. And it does not go against gravity because it looks for the point of least resistance. Water is an element I love and I'm particularly fond of because I spent so many years swimming and playing water polo. I was a competitive athlete at the University of Michigan. And I found so much freedom in this element. I love jumping into ocean waters. I love jumping into the rivers. In a way, you almost feel free because you float. Water carries you, it hugs you. You merge into a oneness with water. You can move and dance in waters in ways you can't move on earth. There's a fluidity. There's a coolness. Water is related to our emotions and our feelings, to dance, to music, to art. Water is connected to our mind and the moon. For women, we're especially sensitive to water because our moon cycles are influenced by the moon through the gravitational pull of the moon. What effect does that have on the planet Earth and the ocean tides? In the same way, it affects our human body and our moon cycles, our tides, our wax and wane. Our thoughts, desires, passion for life, the positive attributes of creativity, open-mindedness, normal reproductive function, healthy sexuality, and patience are qualities of a healthy second chakra. Sensuality is also experienced here without shame. One can be overly sexual or sensual, and one can be also very sexually repressed. Both of these are not balanced. Fully experiencing your sensuality and sex without shame, merging in loving union with a partner gives us a taste of momentary bliss, of the divine. We can lose awareness of where our body begins and our lover's body ends. And this act of dissolving and merging into divine union with another allows us to experience divinity. One can go beyond the self and merge through and into someone else, into another, through the act of co-creating. Sex can be a profound spiritual practice. Sex can be a healing way to express yourself, your sensuality. It can be a joyful, loving experience without pain, and it can be liberating. Certain tantric practices teach techniques to help you free up locked energies here in the second chakra. Celibacy or brahmacharya, refraining from sex and redirecting this creative energy to higher centers of the body, is also practiced in yoga and Ayurveda. Celibacy does not mean suppression. It's actually the opposite. It's the full manifestation of our creative energy, flowing uninhibitedly, without shame, without guilt, into the higher levels of our conscious experience. We can move that energy up and experience the totality of existence. In yoga, there is great power in practicing celibacy and practicing brahmacharya. It could help us to cultivate our energies and pull them up. The sense of taste is associated with the second chakra. Taste or flavor, they're important in experiencing the food you consume and the life we experience. Kissing is the first time we taste our lovers, our partners. It can tell us a lot about their emotional and physical states and also their emotional needs. If we're intuitive and receptive, we can learn so much by kissing and tasting. We can learn so much about tasting our food. Really tuning into the taste of our food can help us heal, can help us understand what foods are good for us and what foods may be bad for us. Taste is a powerful sense in healing, and it is related to our second chakra, our creative center, our sexual center. Taste is also related to deep states of meditation and spiritual practices. It's said that when we unite with the infinite creator through deep states of meditation, we taste something called amrut, which is a sweet nectar, or the nectar of immortality. The sense of taste is located in the mouth. The mouth represents the creative power of the masculine and feminine. And we are both masculine and feminine. The lips represent the yoni, or the female organs. And our tongue represents the male organs, or the phallus. When we speak, we are creating. When we speak, we are in divine union. There is a tremendous power in our word and speech. Sound vibrations can create physical reality. First, there was the Word of God, and then creation came into existence. We all have the power to create our realities, to create the life we dream through the second chakra, and the vibrations that emanate from here. Sex is a creative force, and we can bring life, a soul, a atma, a being into this world with sex. In the same way, this sexual energy, this creative life force energy, can allow us to create the life of our dreams. There is a shadow side to this chakra: guilt, shame, having no boundaries, excess sexuality and promiscuity, rigid emotions, and being unable to express ourselves. When we become fixated on sex and we have perverse sexual desires. When we're indecisive. And we could also see imbalances in the second chakra through our reproductive system. For women, imbalances in the second chakra can manifest as cysts, fibroids, painful menstruation or painful menstrual cycles. For men, it can manifest as painful urination, issues in the urinary tract system, prostate issues. I once had this client who came to see me with his girlfriend, and he complained about pain every time he ejaculated. He went to over 30 doctors and all his results came out normal. When he came to a session with me, I noticed him looking out the window during our session, and he was just smiling at the birds chirping and singing outside. He said he loved the rhythm and used to be a musician. And when I asked him further questions, he told me he quit playing music 12 years ago when his father, an award-winning musician, told him he should find another job because he simply was not talented enough to play music. At that point, my client let go of his passion for music. He has never played music since that day. And he was experiencing that emotional trauma of not being able to express his creative desire to create music, to flow like water. One of my recommendations to him, besides herbs for mental clarity and healing that trauma, was also to encourage him to play music again. And several weeks later, he told me that the pain he was experiencing during ejaculation, during sex, which is a second chakra issue, it was gone. My intuition guided me to see that this physical manifestation was rooted in something more than a physical imbalance. There was an emotional and psychological and spiritual disharmony. And the only way to truly heal him was to have him to play music again. Healing this pain meant healing the creative blockages in his subtle body. Do you see how healing the second chakra activities, second chakra functions, can heal you at the physical level as well? The third chakra is Manipura. Manipura means the jeweled city. The Manipura chakra is located at the navel center. It's the center for willpower, and it's fed by the element fire. Fire from the solar plexus. It fuels and it drives your purpose, your direction, and it gives self-control. The navel center is our first source of nourishment. This is where we were fed, nourished, given energy from our mothers when we were in her womb. On a subtle energetic level, this is an area that still feeds us, where we can pull in energy from the cosmos and be nourished by our universal mother. Fire is the associated element with this chakra, and this is the element that gives us sight. Fire gives us vision and sight. The third chakra governs our ability to see things as they really are. It gives us the power of vision and also creating a vision for our life. It allows us to visualize our goals and stay focused on achieving them. You can't create something until you visualize it. This center gives us that personal power, and it allows us to set goals and visions and accomplish them. It also lets us create healthy boundaries in life, in business, in relationships, and in our spiritual practice. It's the center for strength, commitment, willpower, self-control, perseverance, and self-esteem. This center can energize us and help us manifest our visions into a physical reality. We use the transformative energy of fire to transform, to create. When we honor ourselves, others will honor us too. When you honor yourself, others will honor you. We can achieve whatever we want to achieve and whatever we put our mind to when this center is strong and balanced and functioning normally. Healthy digestion and a robust immune system require the proper function of the center. This chakra is the source of action, balance, and digestion. It's connected to the organs and glands around our navel, like the liver, the gallbladder, stomach, spleen, our digestive organs, our pancreas, our adrenal glands. When we see an imbalance in any of these organs, we're also going to see an imbalance in the overall function of this chakra, and it's going to affect the associated organs in this region as well. The third chakra relates to the adrenal glands, as we talked about just briefly before. And the adrenal glands are the buffer. They take the impact of stress from every possible source, ranging from injury and illness to overcoming hurdles in our emotional lives and our career. The adrenal glands regulate the energy output of our body as it responds to both internal and external stressors. They basically help regulate the energy reserves of the body when we're exposed to stress. They can signal an attack or a surrender, the fight or flight. When the adrenals are functioning properly, we have an abundance of energy and are able to overcome and rebound from everyday stressors. And even in emergencies, we're able to get up and rebound because this is our reserve pool of energy. This is a reserve pool of energy in our body. It gives us the extra inches and yards we need in sports, in life. This energy can be derived from the food we eat, from spiritual practices like pranayama and breath of fire. Every time we eat, pray, and infuse our food with positive intentions, we nourish the center of willpower. Try this when you eat a meal. Infuse it with your dominant intentions and see what happens. Everything becomes possible when we energize this center. This is the center for willpower, the spiritual warrior within all of us. Great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Dr. Martin Luther King seem to be energized by a divine source of willpower that resided in this area. The shadow side to the third chakra is anger, and this is connected to our liver. Greed and shame are also a manifestation of an imbalance in the third chakra. It can feel like there is always a knot in your stomach. You can feel blocked in life, in your energy, your digestion. Your digestion and energy actually would be poor. Self-esteem can also be low. So there may also be an imbalance here because you will refute your dreams, your desires, your emotions, and your wishes. You won't be in alignment with your truth. You won't have the willpower to push forward when there's an obstacle that shows up. There will be imbalances or problems in the physical act of digestion and also in the digestion of life experiences. If you're an entrepreneur, especially a conscious entrepreneur, if you have it in you to take risk, if you're a musician, an artist, someone who enjoys initiating change, the third chakra must function optimally to fuel your vision. If your third chakra is not functioning optimally, it will be very difficult to manifest this vision. Practices and exercises that strengthen this chakra are abdominal muscle exercises. Anything that strengthens the abdominal muscles will empower the center. Practicing niyamas and self-control are also practices that strengthen the center. Visualization practices like creative visualization, along with mantras, can nourish the center. The fourth chakra, Anahata. This is also known as the heart chakra, as it's located in the middle of the chest, and it's associated with the organs and glands of this area. Of course, the heart, the lungs, the thymus gland, which is so important for our immune function. This chakra, the heart chakra, is about love and compassion. There is an awakening from me to we. In its highest form, this type of love is all-embracing. It's unconditional. It's the love of God, our universal mother, of divine mother and father. The heart chakra is the central chakra. It mediates between the higher 3 chakras and the lower 3 chakras. It's interesting because the heart chakra is depicted as a 6-pointed star. It's basically 2 triangles perfectly merging into one another. It represents our divine and physical natures meeting at the heart, love, where everything meets. The Anahata chakra is the same symbol as the Judaic Star of David. Anahata means unstruck, unbeaten, and this center is devoid of violence. It's the abode of unconditional love. There's deep significance in this symbol, in these 2 triangles merging, because it allows us to merge with the divine through love. The color of this chakra is green, just like Mother Nature that continues to give and love us. And the element is air. The heart chakra is connected to the sense of touch, both physical and subtle touch. We can feel when someone speaks authentically from the heart. The ability to feel music or art at the core is ruled by the heart. When someone who loves you touches you or gives you a hug, you can feel this healing energy, this nourishment, this heart-opening touch. When this chakra is functioning healthily, it supports us in being compassionate, in service, in love, in kindness, in forgiveness. It allows us to forgive and have empathy. This chakra also helps support our devotion. The heart chakra is a tremendous center for self-healing, self-love, and awakening to our spiritual consciousness. In yoga tradition, there's a yoga called Bhakti Yoga. And this is the yoga of devotion and love, merely showing love and devotion to God. Even if you can't read or read any scriptures, you can unite with the divine through love and devotion and achieve spiritual liberation. There is a shadow side to the heart chakra, which can be attachment, grief, fear of rejection, being closed off to the world, like you're barring anything good from coming into your life, fear of being loved. There is a lack of self-love, so you can't love anyone and you can't expect anyone to love you as well. So people who have an imbalance here tend to seek love and validation outside of themselves. You can see things like heart problems, lung issues, asthma, blood pressure. These can all result from a heart chakra imbalance. And something I wanted to add is these energetic imbalances, they can be ancestral. They can be passed down from generation to generation. So if you have this imbalance and you can understand why, look into your life, look into your ancestral traumas. See what kind of traumas there could have been in your ancestry, and this can give you an understanding of what imbalance may be there and give you an opportunity to look at it, see it, heal, and let it go. The fifth chakra is called Vishuddha. Vishuddha means especially pure. The Vishuddha chakra is located at the throat or the neck. It allows you to project your voice, to speak, and hear truth. Hear and speak truth. The organs and glands associated with this chakra are the throat, the vocal cords, and the thyroid. The thyroid gland is such an important gland, and we will discuss imbalances as we go on. The color is light blue, and it's associated with the element ether, vastness. The sense organ associated with this chakra is hearing. We create sound from the throat chakra, and we also hear from this chakra. Sound can create things. Words are seeds. Sounds are seeds that can blossom into physical form. The positive qualities of this chakra are speaking truth, having a proficiency of language, being able to clearly communicate calmly with others and also with yourself. The shadow side of the fifth chakra is deceit, insecurity, inability to express oneself or communicate effectively to yourself or to others. There is a fear of expansion and projection. There is shyness, vocal or voice problems, fear of judgment. You can see hormonal imbalances arising from the thyroid gland as well. Weight gain, insomnia, sleep issues. The sixth chakra, the Ajna chakra. Ajna means command, referring to the center of intuition, wisdom, and identity. It's located between the eyebrows and is known as the third eye. The sixth and seventh chakras are beyond the five gross elements. The third eye is the center of Guru, the dispeller of darkness, the teacher of self-knowledge, light, and wisdom. Oftentimes, we ourselves are our best teachers. We ourselves are our best healers. The ultimate goal of yoga and Ayurveda is to bring this energy, this Kundalini energy from the lower chakras to this place so that we can understand our true nature, our true self. This chakra is connected to the pituitary gland, and the color is a beautiful indigo, very royal. The seventh chakra is the Sahasrara chakra, and it's located at the crown of the head. This chakra is also called the 1,000-petaled lotus. This center is a gateway to transcendence. Humility and vastness are the experience here. The Sahasrara chakra is also said to be the seat of the soul in yoga tradition. From here, we're able to connect to our higher self, to divinity, to unite with the Supreme Being. The organs and glands that are associated with the crown chakra are the brain and the pineal gland. This center is associated with pure cosmic light and the sound vibration Om, the cosmic sound. Meditating on the sound of Om is said to vibrate in the cavities of our skull, which trigger the pituitary and pineal gland to reset and to realign. This mantra, Om, it can actually realign all the rest of the chakras. It's the most powerful because Sahasrara is thought to be the most powerful chakra of them all. The positive qualities are humility, enlightenment, true connection with Source, relationship with your higher self, and your inner guidance system. The shadow side of this chakra is a deep sadness and grief and a feeling like you're separate from existence, egoism, like you belong nowhere. Some consider that the aura or the electromagnetic field that surrounds the body is our eighth chakra. The aura essentially combines the energy of all of the seven chakras in your energy body, and it is a total projection that protects our physical, spiritual, and our psychic being. So our aura is a combination, a total projection of these seven chakras. The following bij or seed vibrations can be chanted to bring each of these centers back into balance. For the first chakra, it's Lam. Second chakra, Vam. Third chakra, Ram. Fourth chakra, Yam. Fifth chakra, Hum. Sixth chakra, Ksham. Seventh chakra, Om. You can practice repeating these over and over again, like this. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Hum, Ksham, Om. In yoga, the deepest intention is to awaken the Kundalini, or the serpent power. And this energy is hidden within all of us. For some people, it's awake. For some people, this energy is asleep. The Kundalini energy is described as a coiled serpent residing or sleeping at the base of the spine. This is a powerful spiritual force within all of us. When it's sleeping or unawakened, only a small fraction of this energy is working through us to support our mental and physical body. However, when this energy awakens and opens up, we too open up and awaken to experience the vast cosmic consciousness that surrounds us at every moment. When this sleeping force rises up through us through spiritual practices, it can cause spontaneous healing, and it can assist us on our evolutionary journey. The purpose of yoga is to awaken this energy, this Kundalini energy, through pranayama, breathing exercises, through meditation, asana, prayer, mantra, so that we can glimpse our highest self, our true self.